What up? What up? What up, peoples? It's your boy, MadeMenMelo, coming to you with another late night grind session of Genshin Impact. Y'all know the drill. Give me about a minute. We'll get started. Oh, I did take it. I just never fixed it. Oh, it's not this way. There we go. Oop. Don't do that. Check in. Yay! My rewards popped in for 3.4. 600 of them things. 600. 600. 1,000 hundo. 1,000 hundo. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Want some more? 300. 300 of them things. Let's go. Let's go. That's what we talking about, getting our stream on. You see that? 1,900 of them things. Let's go. We lit. We lit, ladies and gentlemen. We are lit. Thank you, MiHoYo. Thank you, HoYoverse. Thank you, everybody that's working in the kitchen. I am continue on. Hopefully we can duplicate for 3.5 as well. Thank you all for tuning in and gracefully using your time watching me. I know I'm not handsome, I'm ugly as hell, but thank you anyway. Still up. Okay. You're not gonna give that to me yet. I see. Oh, we opened up. Let's go. Alright, let's let me do this first. Let's do the song. Let's do the tunes. Alright, let's get ready, ladies and gentlemen. We here. I knew that was coming. Ah! Let's go. We here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We are here. All right, let's get it. That was an ugly start. Shit. That's tough. That was tough. That ending was tough. Beginning, oh Lord Jesus, help me. That beginning, oh Lord, that beginning was trash. I'm sorry, that beginning was trash. This shit better go crazy. Damn it! Come on, B! Come on, B! It got ugly. It got real ugly. It got real ugly. Oh, it got real ugly. Alright. Let's get it. Complete. Here we go. Louisiana. Money, 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 money. Money. All right, we done with that. Go get these commissions done. Now I'm good, but I thank you for asking. I appreciate it though.
I shall protect the lady of the clan. Windblade! Judgment!
Alright, let's do this one yet again. Uh-huh.
Rebooting.
Get some dango milk. Alright, let's see what we need to upgrade. New dish. Alright, mastered. Cool. Y'all already know the drill. Let's spend money. Tofu. Need some fish. All right, buddy. Thank you, sir. I'll take all the creams you give me.
Power the desert python! Judgment! Punishment! I'll protect us.
Disappear!
Yeah!
Wind blade!
Judgment! Yeah! Oh. You can't run! I suppose it wasn't too much trouble. You can't run.
Blade. There's more.
Judgment.
This will do. Wind blade.
You can't run. Punishment.
Finally, this isn't over.
Yeah.
Cut down. Like this. How's this? Oh, with the wind. To the very. Taste my food.
Yeah. Judgment.
Cheap tricks. There's more.
You can't
Fall
run.
before me.
Let the show begin. Lights out.
Light.
Yeah.
I've got your hand.
Judgment.
Let's get down to business. You win this battle.
You can't run.
Wind blade. There's more. To the very.
Complete. Alright, let's go.
Judgment.
Disappear.
And up we go. Huh. Let's go.
Following orders. Time to go to work.
Yeah!
I got carried.
Judgment! Lights out. I'll protect us. Oh,
Now you're testing my patience. Wind blade.
yeah.
Complete.
You can't run! Yeah! Punishment! Over here! Blink! Judgment! Yeah, I see how it is. To ashes! Over here! Yeah. Let me amuse you.
Thank you. Thought that was a fishing spot.
Judgment!
Get over here.
Disappear.
Let the show begin. Hi. Lights out. You can't run! Judgment! Power that can fight!
do this last one right here before we move on.
What you got?
You can't run!
With the wind! Wind blade!
Judgment! Yeah!
Fry! The hunter.
You can't run!
Such a...
Sit down. Thank you. Appreciate you. $70 more resin.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. Cowering already?
Eyes on me!
Try this.
Let's dance! You can't run!
Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two.
Yeah! Judgment! Yeah! Lights out!
No use hiding back there.
Haven't won yet! You can't run! Yeah!
All you do is run.
Yeah!
No use hiding back there.
Come on, sir.
Your strength is praiseworthy. I too shall use all of mine.
Go, Barb! You can't run! Judgment! Back at ya! Yeah! Yeah! Shimmer! You can't run! Judgment! You can't run! Judgment!
Die here.
Power that ended fight.
Sit down.
Some you win, and some you lose.
La da da da.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Let's go.
Come on, we can do it.
My flame has been extinguished. Verdict is...
Eyes on me.
Time for retribution! Disappear!
Verdict is... With the wind!
And you should be dead. Yes! Need to do forge, request, and bounties, and boss opponents.
I'll protect us. Huh? Yeah. Power that ended fight. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Hi. Oh. Huh. Go, Barb. Huh. Hi. Huh. Let's dance. Hi.
Let's get some
Ad
money.
Astra Abyssosk. Well, thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
There we go.
I wonder how many bouquets I'll receive this year.
A flower that is not of this world. Could that be referring to the real Windbloom?
It's about the whole shop.
Today's recommendation is
Chanel truly is fascinating.
Where is it? Ah, right there.
Disappear!
You're open. Ha! Ha!
Flirting kiss? Windblade!
you haven't won yet. To ashes.
Teapot. I got two pickles, I got two pickles, I got two pickles, hey, hey, hey. Whee!
La-da-da-da-da. This realm is true.
What is thy desire? What is thy desire?
If you ever
Boom!
this realm
Here we go.
if you ever have
Let me put a waypoint up here.
go, Barbara, go.
Let's see, okay. Yes. Dope.
Go, Barbara,
Let's
go!
cook. Alright, this is the end. Where did I came from there? So I want to put there. Let me put. Doggy. Took too hard off the space. We. Hey, doggy. Ooh, what was that? Hold on, wait a minute. TCG coins, I need to go spend those. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar.
remember. What else did we put on our shopping list? Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani anywhere. Let's go get some. We can still add it to the list.
Ma'am.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Wasn't expecting to see you here.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite a while.
Huh. So you two are still hanging out together. Dia, didn't you say last time that you were gonna head back to the desert?
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard, not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends. The Holmayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dia to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dia wasn't around.
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so welcoming. Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying for another day.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dia. Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you to his best dishes yet.
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady. Don't worry, though. There'll always be next time.
What? She said they'll treat you to the best
Here you go,
dishes.
Paimon.
I can't believe you can still refuse
Man.
that.
But wait. Didn't you say last time that you would take me on a trip to the desert? Why don't you just take me with you today, when you leave? There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
I'm sorry, my lady, but no can do. There's still a few things I need to take care of back at the brigade. Besides, the desert hasn't exactly been the most peaceful place lately.
Oh, come on. Not this again. That's also what you said last time and the time before that.
I know, I'm sorry. Just give me some more time, and I promise I'll plan the best trip ever for you.
All right, fine. To be perfectly honest, it's not that I wanted to go, it's more like I feel like something is off about you lately. Ever since you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, you've been acting anxious and even paranoid. Have you been delaying our trip because you've run into some kind of trouble?
Nah, are you kidding? You're worrying too much.
Would you swear on that? Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't pry any further if you're willing to swear on what you just said. But if something really is bothering you, then just tell me. You know I'll help you however I can.
Oh, looks like Junior's was onto something.
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Knowing too much only leads to more trouble. Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme. Everything operates on a completely different set of rules.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said,
Right.
though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's
Just tell 'em.
bothering you.
My lady, you're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya? All right, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for a discussion. Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention. As you may already know, the Eremites have both a lot of mercenaries and a complex organizational structure. Many mercs are no different than me, just going around looking for jobs to earn some mora. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and brave. However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake of mora. The most notorious is a faction known as Deshret's Relics.
Deshret's Relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
The Deshret.
Yep, you got it. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with Ain al-Akmar. They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Yeah, they weren't friendly at all.
Deshret's Relics is composed of many smaller brigades like Ain al-Ahmar. The Relic's headquarters issues orders to all brigades under his control. On any other day, I would want nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, though, the brigade that's stirring up trouble now is none other than Dakan al-Ahmar.
Dakan?
I think it means beard or something. Believe me, it's a really stupid name. I found it insufferable for years. Anyway, the real issue is that Dakan al-Ahmar is led by my father, Hussein.
Wow.
Say what now?
Okay.
I think I'm starting to
dun,
understand your anxiety now. But what did they do?
I won't go into details, my lady, but they've been involved in a lot of violent incidents. We're talking hundreds.
Gonna have to whoop up on daddy.
Hundreds?
Yep. The scenes tend to be quite gruesome, too. They strip the victims of all their valuables before murdering them. Not only have they targeted
we
merchant
just got dark.
caravans and ordinary
Real
citizens,
dark.
but other mercenary brigades as well.
That's beyond terrible. They won't even spare their own
Right.
kind.
I don't know how Deshret's Relic sees it. All I do know is that Dakan al-Ahmar has become more and more aggressive over the last few years. If I don't do something about them, then even my brigade or the people of Aru village could become their next target. I just wish I knew what's driven him to do this.
Yeah. How can your father do such terrible things?
I don't know. People change. He's always been pretty pathetic. But at least in the past, there were still a few lines that he wouldn't cross.
That's setting the bar pretty low.
I mean,
Right.
if he was even remotely decent, then why would I have to leave the brigade and cut all ties with him? He was loud and foolish, with no real sense of purpose. Instead of doing anything useful, he spent most of his time drinking and chasing after women. Of course, the other
Sounds like
brigade
typical
members were just
bachelor.
like him. Their ruckus would go on night after night.
Sounds like a nightmare.
What about your mother? Did she ever step in to stop them?
Unfortunately, I never knew my mother.
I'm sorry, Dia. I didn't know.
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some random person. He told me that he wasn't sure who my mother was. And in any case, she never came to see me. He'd say, "You'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad." But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade. The one thing I do remember is that he used to tell me stories. But the problem was that he had terrible taste. He only knew a few stories, and even those tended to be pretty stale. They were tales of desert warriors defeating dragons in the forest, or stories of mercenaries rescuing princesses from rebel armies.
Sounds like your typical fairy tales.
More or less, yeah. They were interesting maybe the first or second time around, but after about 20 repeats, they started to get a little dull. He seemed to think those stories were the best things ever, though. He was so into them that he'd call the whole brigade over and make them perform the whole thing as a play. Even the toys he gave me would all be story props. I'd get helmets, shields, and toy swords. It was only much later when I realized that the shows were more for him than they ever were for me.
What an interesting guy.
Very. Very interesting.
Yeah, I've always found him pretty childish. But that was something I could just shrug off. I had no reason to despise him. Until I grew up and learned the true face of Deshret's relics for myself. Looting, blackmail, violence, and fraud. They not only accepted such heinous acts, they would even openly boast about them. No one in the brigade was any kind of hero. Instead, my father and his cronies were more like the bad guys that needed to be taken down. Did they really think that as long as they didn't do any of that stuff right in front of me, I would never know?
I think I can understand your feelings. The difference between perception and reality must have hit hard.
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. Play good. them bitter feelings I still have towards my father. I just want to protect those that are close to me. Yeah, I told the boys to gather as much information as they could. Most of the reports concern violent incidents, but there's also some talk of smuggling.
I see. But isn't this investigation incredibly dangerous?
Man, she
It
got
is,
them hands.
but every mercenary lives life on the edge. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy.
That may be true, but it'll be impossible for those who care about you not to worry.
Well, now you get why I didn't want to share any of this with you.
What should we do? They both have valid concerns.
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in
Man.
this mess, too.
They can't
Well, he's
touch me.
super tough, so if he went into the desert with you, then Paimon bets the problem would be solved in
Let's
no
pack
time.
up and go.
I'm inclined to agree. I'll wait for news from you in the city until then. Please, stay safe.
I'm honored that you care so much for me, my lady. All right, then let's get moving. Our first stop will be Caravan Rebot, where we can catch up a bit with my fellow mercs.
Alright, let's finish this off.
We're here! What should we eat first?
This is going back to the part before, right after the whole Balladeer stuff.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat. What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Nope, not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
There he is. Wanderer.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? The work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias. And I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
You gonna notice me.
I've got great food and great drinks that everyone can enjoy.
In my opinion, Shoots is the best stall in the whole business.
Yeah, this'll do.
Oh, you say he's the balladeer? Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before?
Yes, actually.
No, we haven't met. I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you...
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
The Wanderer.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world. Like you had nowhere to be, and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds.
Thank you. All right, done.
Lesson Lord Mukadavata.
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the streets, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk. You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja.
You did?
Why do you refer to yourself as
Welcome
a wanderer?
to Samaria.
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation. Oh, like a past life or something? Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask.
Be prepared for a lot of talking.
What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
Right.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of
A
truth.
lot of talk.
If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Indeed, Paimon.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name.
But your moveset is
There's
something
nothing
serious.
in this world for me to cling to.
My dog
To
floats.
fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
And he's
Very
animal.
well. As you wish. Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf? Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Damn, they about to have me fight. Let's go. Enough talk, no jutsu.
Make sure to keep up.
It's time to fight.
This looks like Inazuma.
Yeah. He's a puppet.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful. Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your
I'm
protection.
trying to fight.
We never
Enough
give up
talking.
halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
Alright. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here. Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
Indeed.
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna. And the rest is history. Well, it used to be. In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident. Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Let's go, pimp.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new join us.
What are we doing back here? Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever. This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together. What happened to the child then? He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting.
Let's go, pimp.
What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or it could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Harden up. Let's end this quickly. Use this. I slipped up first. What annoyance. This isn't fair. That seemed to work. Well met. Put your back into it. Time to fulfill my duty. My duty.
Power that ended fight!
You can't run.
You can't run!
That all you got? Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Anybody else want some more Debo?
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere.
Right.
And so familiar.
Man, it's got twisted all the way around. Couldn't comprehend since it's a puppet.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these
girl.
incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Remember her battles.
What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible. And don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely.
Shots fired.
Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
But I whooped your behind, so you're not there.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you.
Where you going?
Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno.
Shade that's coming.
But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Repugnant fool. Begone! Judgment! You can't run! Here to play with me? Yeah. Punishment! I'll protect us. Amuse myself a little. To ashes! The merrier. Blink!
Disappear!
Let me amuse you. Over here! Blink! Yeah. Over here!
No escape!
The merrier! Got me. Just...
Leave it you.
Leave it to who?
Can't run from
Me,
death.
Bob. Leave it to Barbara. That's what you mean. Barbara ain't playing with y'all.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
Right.
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
That is true.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
You don't call him the doctor for no reason.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Indeed.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Here we go. Anime style.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Oh, so dope.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
Let's go first, Sage Abua. Hey! Can't let go, baby. Woo! There goes. This is what I'm talking about. This is Pete. Pete!
Hey!
That boy,
Are you done yet?
that boy did that clown.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
There goes.
Balladeer?
Beast.
Die.
He's back.
This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories
See? My dog can float.
Squall and Fury. At my command, you shall fall. Insignificant pest! Cry louder! Squall and Fury, my endless cycle begins!
Oh yeah, I ain't finna kill me off like that, buddy.
Upon the game. Insignificant pest! Behold! Feeble human!
Let's go. Sit down, big boy.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
Oh!
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Complete.
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon, Balladeer.
More
It feels like we just went on
talking
a really
simulator.
long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui. And they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people. And they might not even remember who the sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
You better. You don't have to deal with me again. Get these hands.
It's like you
Rated
said, Lesser
E.
Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, And I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it. Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well. I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
But if you do,
that's not true. A
you
relationship
give me some
between
prima
two
gems.
people is not
I can take
simply a
all
ledger
those.
that can be reset
You
to
just
zero.
give me a daily supply
I
every
think
deep
deep down
Give me
you
like
realize
100,
this.
maybe 200
People
a
who
day.
show up in your life
That'd be
don't
awesome.
just
Every time I
evaporate
log
like
in,
water drops
you
and
just
leave
send me a
nothing
little,
behind.
you know, little
There is
payback
no
gift.
such
You know,
thing as balancing the
you know,
books.
just 100,
Some
200
things in
every
this
day.
world can never be brought
That's it.
back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh, ooh, ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname
She
for
said
you,
ugly.
too.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Have you got anything?
You can attain the item An epileptic stroke from the Archon Quest interlude and verse of Genesis, which will allow you to change Anne's Drift Wanderer animal's name. Please take note that some names cannot be, of course. Once you have renamed this character, some interfaces in the game going forward will display the name that you have chosen. There's a limit as to the number of times. Please follow the terms of service, so you can't call them what you want to think you want to call them. What should be his name? I kind of like Wonder, actually. It fits, just like how I'm the Traveler, but actually my name is Aether, but you know, not a lot of people say it. Let's see. What would be a good name? It's got to be relation to this world. Aurelius. There we go.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes.
Oh, all right. If you say
Aurelius.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
so. What about a nickname?
Hey,
Are you done yet?
I...
Take your time. I don't need to see you again. Everyone who manipulated me and made me...
You mean
the doctor.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you. Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. No nonsense. I like it. All right, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone. What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down. Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat?
We just ate.
Paimon is starving. Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Talking simulator is done. Damn
I got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Ooh, that's a lot. Truly.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something?
She doesn't remember.
You sound lost and
Ah, damn.
confused. I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
The Matrix.
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
Would you have still
History
broke the vase
does
if I
not
didn't have,
change
if I didn't tell
easily,
you?
but human hearts
Boom!
can. Believe your own eyes.
What is inevitable
Only
will
that
still
which you
happen.
see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
Whether it be that person or not, it was bound to happen. It was going to happen.
The voice has disappeared.
It was happening. It was going to happen.
And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff? Anyway, that vase is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
Right. Complete. We are finished. Yee. Archon Quest Act 4. Whoo! Carry bet. This is 3-5 right there to carry bet. But I'm not gonna do that tonight. Definitely not. Nope, saving that. Thrillius, I love that name. It's my name. He is keeping that name. So without further ado, heyo, double getting stronger. Still need a pole arm for her. Hold on, what I need? Bronze shield. There we go. Definitely gonna need that shield on Thursday.